Have you ever sat down to enjoy your favorite meal, only to wonder if what's on your plate is truly good for you, especially now that you're over 60? Maybe it's the sweet, familiar taste of a morning pastry, or the comforting crunch of something fried, just like you've enjoyed for years. But what if I told you that 4 everyday foods many of us grew up loving, could quietly put you at serious risk for a stroke, often without a single warning sign? If that sounds dramatic, I understand. But every week I meet remarkable seniors, strong, independent, and full of life, who are shocked to discover that the foods they thought were harmless are, in fact, working against them. Just ask Mrs. Myra, 68. She'd never had high blood pressure, always cooked at home, and considered herself a healthy eater. But after a minor stroke that nearly took her independence, her doctors traced the culprit not to a lack of exercise or family history, but to just a handful of food. Mrs. Myra, like so many others, simply didn't know the dangers hiding on her plate. And the truth is, after 60, your body changes. The foods that felt fine in your 30s and 40s can suddenly become ticking time bombs, fueling hidden inflammation, thickening your blood, and silently raising your risk of a life-changing stroke. But here's the good news. Knowledge is power. If you know which foods to avoid and what to eat instead, you can dramatically cut your risk, protect your brain, and keep living life on your own terms. In this video, we'll uncover the 4 most dangerous foods seniors should never eat and the simple, delicious swaps that will help keep your mind sharp, your body strong, and your independence intact. Food number 1. Processed meats, the silent saboteur. Let's start with perhaps the most surprising and most dangerous food on our list. Processed meats. Think sausages, hot dogs, bacon, ham, and even those convenient deli meats that many of us keep in the fridge for a quick meal. If you're like many seniors I know, you grew up in a time when a sandwich was just bread, butter, and a few slices of ham. It was quick, affordable, and tasted great. But what's lurking inside those meats isn't just flavor. It's a hidden cocktail of sodium, preservatives, and unhealthy fats. Here's why that matters. After 60, your arteries naturally become less flexible. Even a little extra salt or fat can quickly push your blood pressure into the danger zone. And when you eat processed meats, you're not just adding salt, sometimes double or triple the recommended daily amount in a single sandwich. Let me tell you about Mr. John, 72. He was fiercely independent, living alone and proud of it. Breakfast was always a couple slices of bacon and toast. Lunch? Usually a ham sandwich. John never felt sick. But one morning, he woke up dizzy, his speech slurred. Classic signs of a mini stroke. His doctor took one look at his grocery receipts and immediately pointed out the culprit: salt and preservatives from his daily meats. Doctor's insight: studies have shown that eating processed meats regularly increases your risk of stroke by up to 60%. Why? These meats are full of nitrates and nitrites, preservatives that keep them pink and fresh-looking, but also trigger inflammation in your blood vessels, making clots more likely. What to do instead? Swap processed meats for fresh, lean proteins. Try grilled chicken breast, fresh cooked turkey, salmon or other fatty fish, which actually reduce your stroke risk. If you crave the taste, look for no added sodium or uncured meats, but use them rarely, no more than once a week. Remember, a single serving of processed meat can contain more salt than your body needs all day. Your taste buds may miss it for a week or two, but your brain and heart will thank you for years to come. Food number 2. Sugary breakfast cereals, the hidden sugar trap. Next, let's talk about breakfast, a meal we often call the most important of the day. But for many seniors, breakfast comes in a brightly colored box, poured with milk, and eaten in front of the morning news. Sugary breakfast cereals. Why is this a problem? Because after 60, your body processes sugar very differently than it did decades ago. Blood sugar spikes quickly, but your pancreas struggles to bring it back down. The result? Higher blood pressure, more inflammation in your arteries, and a direct, proven link to a higher stroke risk. Let's meet Mrs. Maggie, 70, who thought her healthy cereal with fruit flavor was a smart choice. But her doctor discovered her morning bowl had more sugar than a donut, and her blood sugar was out of control, raising her risk for both stroke and dementia. Doctor's insight. Even cereals labeled heart healthy or whole grain can pack in 10, 12, even 20 grams of sugar per serving. And when sugar combines with processed carbs, your blood thickens, your arteries stiffen, and your risk of clotting goes up. What to do instead? Look for cereals with less than 5 grams of sugar per serving. Or better yet, make oatmeal with fresh fruit and a handful of nuts for protein and healthy fats. Want more variety? Try whole grain toast with avocado or an egg and some spinach. Your morning can still be easy and delicious without setting yourself up for a stroke before lunchtime. Food, number 3. Deep fried foods, the artery cloggers. Now, let's talk about a favorite. Deep fried foods, from crispy chicken to golden French fries. Fried foods are tempting, especially if you're cooking for grandkids or want something that feels comforting. But after 60, every bite of fried food packs your arteries with unhealthy trans fats and oxidized oils. Here's what happens inside your body. Fried foods raise your bad cholesterol, LDL, lower your good cholesterol, HDL, and cause a sticky buildup in your blood vessels that can trigger a stroke in an instant. Story time. Mr. Tim, 69, loved his evening snacks, fried chicken wings, French fries, onion rings. He always felt a bit guilty, but figured he was active, enough to burn it off. Then, he had a minor stroke during a family dinner. Doctors said the buildup of years of fried food was a major reason his arteries were blocked. Doctor's insight. Eating fried foods just once a week raises stroke risk by 20%. Eat them 3 times a week? That risk doubles. What to do instead? Bake or air fry instead of deep frying. Season with herbs, spices, and a touch of olive oil for flavor. Replace fries with baked sweet potato wedges or roasted veggies. You don't have to give up crispy golden textures. Just choose healthier ways to prepare your favorites. Food for 4. Packaged snack foods, the blood pressure bombs. Last, but definitely not least, packaged snack foods, chips, crackers, and salty treats. It's easy to reach for a bag of chips while watching TV, or to keep salty snacks handy for visitors. But these snacks are designed to keep you eating, and every handful packs in salt, unhealthy fats, and hidden sugars. For seniors, these snacks can silently spike blood pressure, cause water retention and swelling, damage the delicate lining of your arteries. Story. Mrs. Mary, 75, prided herself on being a healthy snacker. She always chose veggie chips and baked crackers, but her blood pressure kept rising. Her doctor explained, even the healthiest looking snacks are usually loaded with salt and preservatives. Doctor's insight. Seniors need less sodium than ever before, yet just one serving of chips can provide nearly an entire day's worth. This hidden salt hardens arteries and makes it easier for blood clots to form. What to do instead? Snack on fresh fruits, unsalted nuts, or plain yogurt with berries. Prepare veggie sticks with a little hummus for flavor and crunch. If you crave chips, choose unsalted or low-sodium options and portion them into small bowls, never the whole bag. Your heart, your brain, and your entire body will benefit from making smarter snacking choices. What you should eat to protect your brain. If you're wondering what's left to eat, don't worry. There are plenty of delicious foods that actually reduce your stroke risk. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, collard greens, berries, blueberries, strawberries, whole grains, brown rice, oats, quinoa, nuts and seeds, walnuts, flax seeds, almonds, beans, chickpeas, lentils, black beans, olive oil, a heart-healthy alternative for cooking. Build your meals around these, and you're not just avoiding risk, you're actively protecting your... Let's quickly review. After 60, every meal matters more than ever. The 4 foods you should never eat. Cut. Processed meats, like bacon, ham, sausage, deli meats. Sugary breakfast cereals. Deep-fried foods. Huck. Packaged salty. Snacks. Each one can quietly increase your risk of stroke, sometimes with just a few servings a week. But every swap you make is a gift to your future self. Think about it. What you eat today helps decide whether you stay independent, active, and able to enjoy the moments that matter, with your friends, your family, and yourself. Changing habits isn't easy, especially if you've eaten a certain way your whole life. Start with 1 swap a week. Try new recipes with a friend or family member. Ask your doctor or nutritionist for help building a meal plan that fits your needs. If you've already had a stroke or mini-stroke, these changes are even more important. Talk to your doctor about a stroke prevention diet and ask about exercise, blood pressure monitoring, and ways to manage stress. Every piece matters. And most importantly, don't give up. Even small changes started today can save you from a serious health crisis tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, please share it with friends or family. Someone you love might need this advice too. Leave a comment. Which food was hardest for you to give up? What healthy swap have you discovered that you love? Hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss new tips for a longer, stronger, and more joyful life after 60. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, every bite is a choice for your future. Stay strong, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.